Okay, so this is really just to share with you our struggle, really, in mapping particularly our overviews for English. We feel fairly comfortable with our other curriculum areas, but English we're really struggling with. The reason I say that is because, like Lynn said before, we have lots of new people in our school, and the way that we were doing our overviews for English, I would then sit with some of these staff and I could see that the documents were so cumbersome that they would just get lost in them. So there was that struggle between making sure that the entitlement of the curriculum was there for everyone, and also then making sure that the planning document was still worthwhile for the teachers. They could pick it up and understand it. So what we actually did was we trialled a number of different ways, and one of the things that really helped was actually going back to the Australian curriculum rather than using Ausval's. And the reason for that is because it presents the curriculum in modes rather than in the strands. And you can see that relationship between language, literature and literacy. And so it doesn't talk about what's reading, what's writing and what's grammar and things like that. And speaking and listening, it shows you quite clearly. So I think in our struggle, our teachers, we still haven't got it right, but our teachers are getting a better understanding of what is in that curriculum and what it actually means. So one of the things that we did was we used these curriculum templates. And so you can see in the snapshot below, we started to minimise what we were actually recording in our overview documents, but we were attending to the curriculum. So it wasn't just because at one stage we said this is not workable for our teachers. So we went back to teachers just starting with the genre and then planning across. But my concern was then that they weren't going back to the curriculum. So we trialled a number of ways, one with Ausval's down one column and then matching with our activities. We've trialled a number of ways. So you can see then we went to these curriculum mapping templates, and we actually push in both levels because we plan an overview at a level. And all of this is still without putting the student in there and where a student sits within that learning. But it was making sure that we were addressing what was actually in the curriculum, not just what a teacher thought should happen in English. So the next thing I really want to show you is, so that's just another example, is the new curriculum template, which has grown since then. I really like them for particularly curriculum mapping and seeing what you're covering. So what you would do is you get the curriculum, this curriculum mapping document here, and the way it's designed, first of all you would need to save it as a Word document and then enable the content. So, and you put in what unit or what semester you've done the work. You tick. So down below you've got the standards, and next they've broken the standards up. So next to each standard is a number. So what it actually gets the teachers to also understand is how do these content descriptors then match in with the standards, so that they can see the link between each content descriptor and the standard. So we would be open to learning from other people's journeys, but in this struggle we are learning a lot about the curriculum. And one thing that I think was really valuable is going back even to that Australian curriculum and looking at the way they use the modes. It really helps, particularly people that aren't as strong in their understanding of the teaching of English, the interrelationship between the modes of writing, reading and speaking and listening. But this really is a quick way of showing how you've mapped out and covered the curriculum. So we'll probably use this document down the bottom or top of our overview document and then just map it out in a quick, easy to read version at the top. Like we'll look at genres, skills, etc. at the top.